wrong side of certain people that can't decide if they like one person 1 month then to the next, then you're going to get your account clipped. I mean, I'm sorry, that should be a concern. Oh, then you're also going to ignore the egregious, obvious cases of terms against service speaking ill on the deceased to include victims of tragedy. That's verbatim what it says in the terms of service. You're going to let that shit go when I have audio files of, Jay saying that about me, and then also resistance. And I reported him how many times in that room? So did other people. People were like, why'd you guys still? I'm like, I have to report it. I just have to report it. I don't know. It just seems like it's an obvious pattern. So it's not an algorithm thing. It definitely has to be someone coming in on it, Anon, and then reporting it, which is, it's disappointing. It really, really is. I don't know. I mean, anyone can be a total.
I can play the recordings. I can play the recordings of him, of what he was saying about you and your dead husband, which I know I reported him for that even, and so, there is people obviously reporting him, and he did say a lot of nasty things to about several women, and he didn't even. Of all people, I mean, Adams was a notorious shit talker on here. But yeah, they're not getting clipped. But this is the weird thing, is I'm getting clipped for things I did not do. It's usually the reasons given are spam or doxing. And it's like, no, I'm not doing either of those fucking things on this app. I don't go into chat saying, you want a chance to earn $1,600 this month? Go ahead. I don't do that. Like, it's fucking stupid.
Well, and also,
and so somebody's pulling strings, obviously, and that, this is bullshit.
Yeah, and also the clip that I played, and I actually have all the clips. There are clips that people have sent to me when the room was actually still on replays. So when Jay went against terms of service and spoke poorly about my deceased husband, and 15 other lies or whatever about me, whatever. Those were all actually then later streamed onto Instagram Live and then on YouTube. So it's like, we're not recording the rooms, we're actually downloading and saving the replays and listening to them, and also getting from the rooms when they actually replays were on, but also from exterior resources platforms. And that's a problem that I think everybody has kind of shared in regards to John, is privacy, and you're not supposed to do that, but then, he's content farming too with 15 iPhones onto YouTube. So 57, sorry. I get lost. My abacus is dusty today. I've been gardening most of the day. So this is where we're getting the audio clips from. So not only is this...
Thank you, John
problem, yeah, I know, right? It's like, not only is this a problem on this app, now it's carried over onto other social audio platforms. So it's kind of like, all right, then my voice is heard where? Without my permission, right? It's used in what context? But yet, who's unstable? I don't know. You play what you want, Pepe. This is your room, but I think there's a lot of concern for everyone to have, regardless if you like Pepe or you don't like Pepe, if you like me or you don't like me. I honestly don't give a rat's ass. My tribe is very small, and I'll be a ride or die for them and only them. But you should be concerned. You piss off the wrong person, someone cries to someone else, and without even you having any type of opportunity to explain or share or any of that, your voice will be muffled, right? And then you can't even stand up for yourself and share the fact, the lies that are being spread about me. It's just crazy. Like, I doxed this lady that was my friend. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. So that's where it is going to be. But you know what? That's what they want. they want to minimize the truth. They'll talk over you, they'll deflect, they'll move the goalposts, they'll do everything and anything because they're scared of the actual truth. But guess what? Truth always comes out. Actually, I know that's just Adams, but like shit, there's other instances too. That I've experienced on Clubhouse that people try to lie on me, and I did not attack. I didn't do anything. I said the truth will come out. I'm not going to play this game. You know, I got dragged for months, still lied upon to this day, and people had to apologize to me. I accepted their apology, and I kept my name out of their mouth and went on my merry way. But suddenly they got to start talking about, you know, me again and say I need to, you know, I should expect to be popped in the mouth. Like, why would a woman say about another woman, you know, you should expect to be popped in the mouth to talk the way you do? The fuck?
I just want to say that Adam's a scared little bitch, and he's too cowardice.
Well, I don't think he's scared. I'm just disappointed. He just kind of betrayed some very long time friends, and it's, well, I do feel like that, and I feel like, sadly, you know, he's lied to a lot of people as well, not just me. Lied to people that he now is trying to, I think he's trying to cover his ass, and people don't realize that he's lied to them.
It is wild, KK, that he's acting like the liberals that he hates. And they're trying to fucking cancel culture everybody. You know, and he's not even a man enough to come up on the second stage and defend his name, because he's a little bitch.
Well, I mean, listen, my last conversation with him is I was very upset, and I was upset, and I said, Adams, either you're lying or JB's lying. So produce this audio that you said that you have of Pepe clearly doxing, you know, Roger. Then you won't be lying. Then JB won't be lying. But where is it? And I was like, it's one or the other. I don't like being put in this situation. And that was the last time, and I never heard from him since then.
Roger,
like that, literally.
Yeah, hey, Pet is a bitch. I call him out in front of everybody here. Anybody who knows Rogers, if he's up for a debate against me on anything.
I like
Zionism,
Roger. I've known him
whatever.
since Clubhouse season 1. I like Roger, so I'm not.
I think I'll debate you on Muhammad being a pedophile.
Guys, I don't want to do, guys, I don't want to do, stop, Rich, Mikhail, stop. Rich, don't do that fucking shit in my room, bro. Like, you're just, like, literally shitting on the fucking stage when we're, and to start trouble with other people when we're not talking about this shit.
Go ahead,
Howard. Based on what you guys said,
Stop! Let Howard
I'm sorry,
go.
Howard. I couldn't hear you, sir.
No problem. Hey, just based on your feedback, I'm a big believer. Karma's a bitch. You know, it's going to ultimately, people have to be accountable for their actions, and things catch up to people at the end of the day. I really believe that.
Thank you.
Yeah, I don't.
Consequential.
I didn't want that for anyone, honestly, but I gave him the opportunity to talk to me about it and try to make it right, and then it just kind of spun out of control, which basically, if you don't come back to me when I clearly said either you're lying to me or JB's making this all up, one or the other, and there's an audio, then it's not the right thing to do. It's just, and this is what's so bothersome to me is the Adams that I knew used to be more of the type of a man that would be like, that's not the right thing to do. That's not the right thing to do, right? Like, listen, I did a faux pas. The professor, I kind of leaned heavily into defending Adams and I apologized to her. And I told her I was wrong for defending Adams when I did, but she brought up something about his deceased mom. And I'm like, that's not right. That's not right. But then to understand maybe those were half-truths, you know, I didn't want to have that on my conscience. So as soon as I saw her in Clubhouse again, I apologized to her. It's kind of the right thing. But that's how Adams, that one that I grew to have a long time friendship is that's the man that, you know, I liked. You know, and that's why I'm just like, I don't understand why he's just not doing the right thing and saying the truth. And, you know, and I honestly, I've avoided speaking on this is because it's my long-term friend and I'm just sad. I'm just sad. And you know, people say like, well, you weren't really my friend. I didn't like you anyways. Do you know that? I'm like, okay, all right.
You're
you can
conceding
pretend
that I was right, KK.
Okay, Pepe, what about the clip that you have that you were saying that you were going to play?
Me, I did play it, sir.
No, Pepe said he had his own clip.
Oh, yeah, Pepe has his own, and he, you know, John Kitover, as much as we don't like him being in our rooms, is he's streamed all these rooms onto the internet and onto Instagram and Instagram Live, and then also YouTube, and people have got the clips and passed them on to me and Pepe and others. So
Yeah, he's really a jewel. He's a clubhouse jewel. He's a jewel in Clubhouse. I even saw he has Roger being racist on a few of them. So
Yeah.
I mean, it's Pepe's room. He can play whatever he wants. It's Pepe's room. He can play whatever he wants to play. But
Hold on, I'm going through clips real quick. But yeah, I have some.
well, I think while you're looking for that, and Pepe's played this clip before that was on John Kitover's YouTube, and it was actually on the room on replays from the 19th, like for a while, and it was, but then it disappeared magically. Oh, I wonder why. Where, you know, Pepe goes in on to JB's stage, and him and the lovely Nye asked Pepe questions, specific questions, and both JB and the lovely Nye said, well, we have, you know, couple of people and trusted sources and proof and audio that, you know, you did this. And Pepe answered every question, and they thought they were going to catch him on something, and they caught him on nothing. And JB's last words were, I have nothing. I've got nothing else. I've got nothing else. I'm going to close the room. So if you got nothing else, there was no more smoke, and you didn't have anything else, and there was no disdain, Pepe, you da, then why would you continue? Especially since there is an audio file from that room of you admitting that Roger told you to let it go. Roger told me to let it go, and I didn't let it go because whatever. So why didn't you let it go when Roger said to let it go? That doesn't make sense, right? But yeah, I think that's the most telling audio is Pepe just being like, yeah, I shared his picture. I didn't do this. I didn't do that. They're like, did you do this? Like, no. And they're obviously there's dead silence between the people on stage, and they're like, well, they didn't have proof to say that that's what was happening. So they just kind of had to let him go. Right. But then it's kind of continued, and now it's snowballed into this campaign. And, you know, people are like, well, why are you, you know, I'm like, because it's the hypocrisy. Pepe gets clipped. How many times Adams admits it, and Adams admits that he goes to Joe Armenia, and he admits that he got Pepe clipped. But here I am. I've had JB in resistance just in this past 2 weeks speak poorly about my deceased husband, okay, and then they don't get clipped. Why is that? It doesn't make sense. It only screams favoritism, which is not fair. And then if they're going to do it to Pepe, then what? I won't be surprised if my account gets clipped next just because I'm irritating them. You know, it's
you ain't a part of the club, honey. There's a special club.
Well, I mean, I'm sorry. I thought we were all allowed to, you know, speak and talk and have proof and whatnot. It's hypocritical. It's just very much hypocritical. And if they do it to Pepe, they're going to do it to everyone and anyone. And the major point is, Pepe, as bombastic as he can be, and I don't agree with everything that he has said in the past. I don't agree with some of his comments. I don't agree on a lot of things, but he hasn't been clipped up to this date. 4 years, and now he's all of a sudden getting clipped right and left, and then Adams is admitting it, and then people are like, oh, I'm gonna stay friends with Adams. Well, you better worry, because if you say something that or do something that he doesn't like, then maybe he'll get you clipped next. I'm surprised that he would do this. That's why I've been kind of quiet about this with regards to him. I'm just kind of, I don't know. I'm just kind of, it just really makes me sad. But Pepe, you can play whatever you want to play.
Still kind of looking through them.
I mean, it's confusing because what the said story of who's done what, who has not done what, and how we have proof, don't have proof of what Pepe did has changed so many times. There's an audio clip of Adam saying that Anne sent Jay Monica's personal info, and that's why Jay, when he was talking about doxing, dangers of doxing, like he actually doxed Monica on stage. I don't care for Monica, but shit, that's kind of odd. You're having a room about doxing and then you dox someone. So how did Jay get that information? Adams clearly says on an audio, Anne sent Jay Monica's information. So what are we supposed to believe here? Like, I didn't want to believe it until it was sent to me. I was like, no. And yep, it was clearly his voice. Darn John Kitover and YouTube and Instagram Live. People get those clips and they're all coming back to haunt the people. And Howard, you're right, karma.
I mean, KK, the things he said about me, like the lie accusations that I offered him sexual stuff, and when someone says, look, dude, you're not funny. I told him multiple times, you're literally straight up harassing me. We've never had any kind of relationship.